So part two, I feel like while they're in this state of like loneliness and paranoia and isolation, being like withdrawn from the world, from society, from like friend groups, I feel like, yeah, they talk to their friends and their family, but it's very minimal. I feel like there's this lack of activity, like kind of doing the bare minimum just to kind of like, just to get by. But there was this feeling of lack of like self-control, lack of direction, feeling powerless, just getting so fucking exhausted with the numerous obstacles that kept coming in their way, which inadvertently got in your way because of how much chaos they are experiencing. So it ended like, so what happened was it just ended up not acting on anything. However, with the Six of Wands here, I'm seeing I do feel like they are finally giving themselves the recognition that they deserve on how far they've come and the obstacles that they have faced. And I feel like I'm hearing renewal. I feel like they're going to be receiving this recognition. They could very much also be in the spotlight. I feel like they do get a lot of attention. This is someone that could be very much very attractive and fiery, and be in the spotlight. I feel like this is someone who is well liked by a lot of people as well. Hang on. Okay, so I'm picking up this energy. I feel like someone, I could be the masculine energy, but there's someone in this relationship who experienced this feeling of unsteadiness in their childhood. There's this feeling of experiencing a lot of shit in their childhood that has resurfaced, and you kind of unveiled that. There's this feeling of them kind of like folding their cards with you, but in order to share with you those darker parts of their childhood and the things that they have gone through, they knew that they kind of needed to get right with themselves first. Angels are showing me, you know, the image of when you're on an airplane and the masks drop. It's like you got to mask yourself first before you can mask anyone else. And they knew that. But there's a lot of things I feel like they had to unpack in their childhood. This person very much could have been someone you grew up with, or that you've met in your past. I'm not picking up like this is a new energy or a new person. The World card came out. Yeah, you guys are closing out a chapter. They're closing out a chapter, because with the Seven of Wands in reverse here, they got the Seven of Swords. 777 is also very significant. I feel like they're finally letting go of past beliefs, and they are now willing to be vulnerable. I feel like there was some health problems here. And this is why angels is telling me, like, this is why it's so important to just be kind. 333, because we really don't know what someone is truly experiencing behind closed doors. And that's why it's like so important to respect our boundaries, their boundaries, because the way that we treat them is how we're expecting to be treated. If we're reaching out to them because of our anxious attachment, it's going to show. And that's a cycle that we're perpetuating into our lineage, especially if we're getting married, you know. We got to pause and ask ourselves, how would I want my daughter, my son, or who, you know, whatever feels right to you, but how would I want my child to behave if they were in my situation? And it's like this very mature feeling here. It's like very wise. It's like, you know, I feel like this is going to be recognized in the future. I feel like your story is going to be told some way, somehow. Because there's this feeling of wholeness. There's this feeling of like reaching your goals individually and as a couple. There's this feeling of regaining emotional and physical health. And I feel like with the moon, okay, so the moon was in reverse earlier at the bottom of the deck. I feel like, ooh, wow, hold on. Five on the clock. There's a huge change and transformation that is coming into fruition here. Angels are showing me that there is this change on the horizon. There is this feeling of closing out past anxieties, depressions, mental health issues, things that have really affected you. I would not be surprised if your health, not only mental health, but physical health, started to improve when you guys are in union. King of Wands. Yo. He's attractive. And he's a doer. It's giving entrepreneurship. Wouldn't be surprised if you guys had a business together. Like this coaching business. Dakota. Okay, wait. I had said Dakota earlier, and I just got an email with Dakota. Okay, that could be someone's name. They could have a car. Could name their car Dakota. Could have a dog named Dakota. Animals are significant here. I feel like you or they could have dogs. I want to say birds are significant as well. Okay. So any last minute messages here, angels? 1818 also could be significant. Mirrored numbers, so 12 and 21. Okay, thank you, angels. Magician. Oops. Yeah, boo. Everything that you have wanted in a relationship is coming into fruition. That's why it's so important to be, and I just heard steady. Be steady. You might be feeling this sense of chaos, a sense of restlessness right now, of just wanting to get answers, just wanting to know and get validation that what you know and what your intuition is telling you is in fact true. Angels are showing me in this time of stillness, it's important to be kind to yourself and gentle with yourself. I know it's like, okay, yes, I get it, but it's true. 111 is also very significant. There's a new start. 111 on the clock, and then 1 also indicating magician. It is a new chapter, is a new beginning. How does she know? You're gonna know. You're gonna know. They will tell you. And you will be creating the life that you both desire. You guys could start a business, start a family. I don't know why, like coaching business or some form of like, could be flipping houses. There's a level of creativity here. You guys could write a book together. I'm seeing like piano. You guys could play an instrument. I want to say trumpet. Lilies are also very significant. Roses as well. The color red. They could be giving you flowers when you go on your date. Everything you are looking for right now is literally at your fingertips. Angels are saying, in the meantime, until they come back, because we don't chase, we attract. Enjoy life. Go and play. Do the things that you wish you did as a child. I'm seeing coloring books, like truly. Go to the Dollar Tree. Go to like, I don't know, 99-cent store and more. Do something fun. Because angels want me to remind you that this is your final days as a solo bird, and I'm watching one bird crow like fly away by itself right now. Like, these are your last days as a solopreneur. as a lone ranger. Like, I don't mean it to be lonely, it's just this is the last time. This is the last time. You're never going to get these moments back of being alone by yourself. Your person's coming in. And you have a beautiful life ahead. 13:13 on the clock. If you're interested in booking a reading with me, feel free to book through my Stan store, stan.store/LexCreate. My heart to yours. Toodles.